Greetings to readers, viewers, and listeners, and welcome to this next episode in the annual Lenten tradition for the Autistic Super Blog and the Autistic Super Channel of Letters for Lent. As with all these videos, for this edition, this this series is going to be dedicated to the memory of the late great Joseph Defino Sr., a wonderful teacher and mentor, not only to myself but also to other people too. This one is all about life. Life is all about suffering. Life is all about pain. Life is all about death. Life is all about tragedies, tribulations, all that stuff. And at a time at a time when things can feel like overwhelming at best and just impossible to deal with at worst because it comes up from all sides, it feels like nothing could go right. Maybe you've had that day where maybe you've had a day in recent memory where nothing feels to have gone right, where everything just feels to go from one to another to another to another, and it just feels like a chain of events that you can't like really control. I know I've had those days too in the past for me. Um, where what you do, what you think is never good enough, and I still have those feelings too. Um, I've always been considered to be some somewhat of a prideful person. Like when it comes to pride in my work and pride in my poetry, I always like to make sure that I give the best I have at every single time. And it's the same thing for all artists. We always want to give the best no matter what it is in our lives. But sometimes we always deal with rejection. We always deal with people saying that it's not good enough. And I know it's not the same thing just not only with artists, but also with other people too. What's good about today, what's good about Good Friday, is the fact that it takes all the bad feelings that we deal with, all the rejection, all the hurt feelings, all the resentment, all the pain, the suffering, the agony, literally, of what people are going through, and it reminds us that even though one rejection can feel like the end of the world, it really isn't. That one thing that happens isn't the end of the world. It may feel like it's the end of the world, but it's not. And the Lord showed that on Calvary. I know I don't use I know I don't use the Bible for Letters from Lent only for two reasons. One was this past Sunday, and today is one of those days where I just want to let you guys know that let you all know, dear readers and viewers and listeners, that even though things might seem bad at times, doesn't mean that it's not part of God's plan. Even when things feel like they're at their worst, like at their worst feeling possible, maybe sometimes this is life telling you that maybe things might not work as well as you think, but that doesn't mean that you don't keep on trying. That you don't keep on trying. That you don't give up on whatever you get, on whatever you work towards. There's always a way to the goal, just like God showed in His Son when the Lord died on Calvary. And we could take. I mentioned suffering, but I want to just mention a couple of saints that come to mind for myself. Saint Faustina, who I'll be talking about in a couple of weeks, who I'll be talking about in a week or so. She went through a lot of suffering. She went through a lot of pain. She went through a lot of tragedy. But yet that never left her. That always filled her faith with even more zeal, with even more of a reason to kind of keep going, even though things might seem dire and tiresome. Um, that didn't keep Saint Faustina from not commissioning the image of divine mercy. Saint Teresa of Lisieux, the little flower, did little things with great love, and that's the impact that faith has when it comes to saints, their faith, and all that stuff. But it all hinges on the fact that God is in control. God has the last word, and light can always shine in the darkness. It's not just, it is about God, of course, but it's also about hope. Even in dark times, we can always have hope when the situation comes down to it. I hope you all have a great Good Friday. If you like these videos, just check me out here on the Autistic Super blog.wordpress.com, and you can check me out here on the Autistic Super channel too. And as always, if you like these videos, please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. Um, Stay safe, stay strong. God bless you all, and as always, shine on.